Hello there, happy Labor Day and happy new month of May. Greetings to you, and we hope you do had a restful day to those who did. And now it's time for Rwanda Television News, and this is what is coming up. Every year, Rwanda spends more than 1 billion Rwandan francs to compensate workers who have faced accidents at work and support their families of more than 100,000 workers who lose their lives. 71 Rwandan women who live in the diaspora will attend the National Civic Training Itorero, set to last for a week in Bugesera district. It's my great pleasure having your company tonight and coming to you straight from the heart of Africa, Kigali. My name is Sam Kalisa. And as we begin it off tonight in relation to the International Labor Day, every year Rwanda spends more than 1 billion Rwandan francs to compensate workers who have faced accidents at work and support the families of more than 1,000 workers who lose their lives at work. Adam Squizera starts us off.
Various large employers began to value health and safety at workplaces, especially in these large construction projects. Abayisenga Seraphine and Uinshuti Amon are on the construction job with the protective gears.
There are gloves we use here, which helps us from getting injured. Same to these boots as well.
The safety I have is that I can't fall. As you can even see its structure, it's in the form of that I can't fall anyhow. Same to this helmet. Whenever I can fall, this helmet can protect me. The General Secretary of the Rwanda Worker Trade Unions Confederation, Birawonia Africain, says that even though a lot has been done, there is still some available cases related to the workplace accidents. I think you saw what have been happening in the mining sector, where most of their workers lost lives from there, and happens repeatedly, where you find that the reason behind it includes the poor inspection, which is supposed to be done many times and need more experts, since the other reason are the low level of education in that sector, whereas the workers should be given enough trainings, hence to that these poor understandings should be eradicated. The Rwanda Social Security Board, RSSB, annually spends more than 1 billion Rwandan francs to compensate those who faced accidents at work and to support families that lost their people in workplace accidents. Chubahiro Louis, an employer at RSSB, knows that this is an issue that workers and employers should take care of. When we find that it's a workplace accident, we have that mandate of taking care of him or her in terms of healthcare. That's why we urge every employer to provide a social saving for their workers, since that they don't have to neglect any disability from that accident, because it might later develop into a severe disability. Statistics from the Rwanda Social Security Board, RSSB, shows that in 2018-2019, there were 1,505 workers injured at work, 1,446 in 2019 and 2020, as the number decreased to 1,131 people in 2020-2021. The Chief Labour and Decent Work Administrator in the Ministry of Public Service and Labour, Kananga Patrick, points out that Rwanda has prioritized the health and safety of workers at workplaces. We saw all those accidents happening. That's why we find that there is something we have never done to prevent them. That's why we observe on the way it can be transformed from the policy to implementation, as that's why we have to put much efforts towards its implementation. In the 2022 General Assembly of the International Labour Conference, ILO, they approved two main principles of the health and safety, which are included in the Article 155, which was signed by 76 countries, while the Article 187 was also signed by 59 countries, plus to that, there are 39 countries which signed both articles, including Rwanda. Adam Squizera, RTV News.
Still related to International Labor Day, some of the graduates from the Iwawa Rehabilitation and Vocational Skills Development Center say their lives have changed for the better and they're now focusing for a brighter future. Ghislaine Mugwaneza.
The cooperative named Abishyize Hamwe Imboni Gatenga includes 11 graduates from Iwawa Rehabilitation and Vocational Skills Development Center. It is among 3 cooperatives of welders, carpenters and businesses operating from Gachiriro Gatenga sector in Kicukiro district. Cooperative members have given testimonies of their lives before and after being rehabilitated.
I used to be a drug and alcohol addict. I also used to sell drugs. They received and equipped us with vocational skills. And after graduating, we came here and found a friend called Deo. He welcomed us and taught us a lot.
They have said that their lives changed after the rehabilitation and they are currently aiming for a better future.
Through welding, I managed to feed my family. I have 1 wife and 3 children. I thank the government for that, because if it wasn't our rehabilitation center, I wouldn't have achieved this. We came from far, but we really progressed, and we have reached to the level of welcoming others. I want to achieve a lot in Kigali city, buy a plot of land, and build a house like others.
The head of Gachiriro market in Gatenga sector, Deogracias Tumutuimana, has said what made them understand the value of work.
It's better when there is a job here, because more of them reach here while having nothing to do, to the extent they cannot even care for the family. But more of them are getting married, and we really support them. We work with the families, government, and make sure that each one of them has health insurance and is registered in Ejoheza savings scheme.
300 people operate in Gachiriro market. The youth working from Gachiriro market are determined to work harder and put more production on the market. However, they request officials in charge to support them in one way or another. Gislen Mugwaneza, RTV News.
Management of Jadi Microfinance noted that in the near future, the company will expand to being a commercial bank so as to provide financial services to many people as possible. In order to achieve this, the company plans to open branches in all provinces of the country before the end of this year. We have more.
The microfinance institution has been operational for 3 years. The management of the institution says in this period, 5 billion Rwandan francs of loans have been given to its members, with an increase of loan limit up to 20 million Rwandan francs. Jadi Microfinance Board Chair Dr. Andrew Nkuruziza says the objective is to become a commercial bank. We are still at the microfinance level, as our share capital is 3 billion Rwandan francs, and the law stipulates that in order to migrate to being a commercial bank, your share capital should at least be 5 billion. Our shareholders have committed, as shown in our strategic business plan, to raise the remaining share capital so that we can become a commercial bank. To begin with, Jadi Microfinance will open other branches around the country, and the shareholders will add the 3 billion Rwandan francs to the capital of this company, according to the CEO of Jadi Investment Group, retired Colonel Dodo Twahirwa.
Ubu tugiye kwagura iyo microfinance, tugiye gufungura Musanze, dufungure Rubavu, dufungure Kayonza.
We're going to open branches in Musanze, Rubavu, Kayonza, expand our sectors of investment to other branches. We are going to add in 3 billion Rwandan francs of our share capital to expand our company. This institution is not for our members only, but for all Rwandans. Anyone can join.
The CEO of Jadi Investment Group, which is the investee company of Jadi Microfinance, says except the finance institution, Jadi Investment Group has wider projects. We have many projects, including increasing our transport capacity, as many people still wait for a long time for buses. So we'll buy more buses with more capacity. The other project is renovating our bus stations. We will finish the Rubavu and Goma bus stations by the end of this year.
So it's many projects. We have more than 600 drivers, and we're planning to help them build their own houses. We will continue constructing houses for the needy, as we have been doing every year.
no kubakira abatishoboye turabikora ibyo ngibyo buri mwaka.
On the International Labour Day, Jadi Investment Group is proud that its operations have expanded as the company's investment has reached more than 30 billion Rwandan francs. The company currently has over 800 employees working in 3 companies, including Jadi Transport, Jadi Real Estate, and Jadi Microfinance.
Members of StreetNet International, the global organization of committed informal traders, have visited the Kimironko market that was built particularly for informal traders. They also visited the Kigali Genocide Memorial.
200 delegates from 52 countries representing other committed informal traders across the world are convening in Rwanda for the 7th StreetNet International Congress. While visiting Kigali Genocide Memorial, they were explained more about the tragedy history of the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi. Some of the delegates have applauded Rwanda for the progress made after the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi.
I'm very happy that we visit this place to remind ourselves what humanity means and what we shouldn't do, how we need to fight and help each other, whatever our color, ethnicity, race, or nationality is. It is very important to also highlight to all the workers and to highlight their needs and concerns, because all of us, we are for peace, we are for humanity and solidarity. And we represent in StreetNet one of the most vulnerable category of people who are informal economy workers, who sacrifice, who survive on a daily basis. But we always advocate for their prosperity, for their interests, for their rights, which should be respected, not only as workers' rights, but also as human rights. Everyone needs to be treated properly. So we are here to provide also our unity with different workers and our organizations from 52 countries. And we are very happy to have our Congress in Rwanda, because it is very symbolic and it is very impressive what we see, how you are coping, how you are managing to recover. It is a very big lesson, especially for us.
My message to Rwanda is you are a very good example. Carry on doing what you are doing, and please share the example of this memorial and how you got to doing it. We would like to know, we would like to do it also in so many countries. We have so many countries that are undergoing a lot of difficulties, wars, and a lot of killing of people. But we would also like to see the whole world following what Rwanda has done. Because in my country we have tried as our own people. But when we put up a memory plaque, in the morning it's gone. Somebody just comes and destroys it. So this is it's actually very touching for me, and I didn't think I was going to be able to speak. But I'm happy that I have spoken. Yes. And I have the message to say, we need you, Rwanda, and the kind of peace that you have forged. Please keep sharing it with us, keep sharing it with the world. Let's see more of what you are doing to build societies, to mend societies, and to create peace and reconciliation.
After visiting Kigali Genocide Memorial, these delegates also visited Agaciro Market, located in Kimironko Market, and appreciated how Rwanda supports people with limited capacity. Former informal traders also testify what they have achieved so far.
There are many changes since I used to do illegal trade, always running away from the government, but now I've settled.
Informal traders officials have noted that more have been achieved, and hosting this Congress in Rwanda is of a great importance.
And of course, we'll proceed with other matters on the local scene as we close it off. 71 Rwandan women who live in the diaspora will attend the National Civic Training Itorero, set to begin tomorrow or Tuesday, and will last for a week in Bugesera district. Shina Teta with more.
Tuesday, 2nd May 2023, 71 women from the Rwandan diaspora will start participating in the National Civic Training Itorero, set to last for a week in Burera district, where they will be enlightened about the core values and taboos of the Rwandan culture. On Monday before the training commences, they have paid a visit to the Kigali Genocide Memorial at Gisozi. They visited different sections of the memorial that shows Rwanda's history, how discrimination catalyzed genocide against the Tutsi, the impact it had on Rwanda, and how the country managed to rebuild itself after the tragedy. Some of these Rwandan diaspora women say that they have been hearing about the history but without facts. I felt free indeed, given this is my first time visiting the memorial. We Rwandans that encountered hard times find it very satisfying because we can finally talk about our past freely. The Vice President of the Rwandan diaspora in Belgium, Yvette Mutangana, says that this program is a long-term deed. I therefore call upon all Rwandan diaspora people in other countries to join us in this program, and with help from our leaders, they can also initiate it in the countries where they live. The Executive Director of National Unity, Itorero and Citizenship Education in the Ministry of National Unity and Civic Engagement, Minubumwe, Anita Kairangwa, says that such initiatives help the country in building unity and sustainable development.
Some of the parents give wrong information to these young people. So what we do with Urungano, we give them correct information. We talk about our history, and when they go back home, in different countries, because now it's their home, they talk to their parents and give them correct information. And what we've seen is that after talking to their parents, they come back to their country and visit the country, and some decide to actually come and stay here in their country because as they invest in the country, they bring what they learned.
After this National Civic Training Itorero that will last for a week, these 71 Rwandan diaspora women will visit the Parliament of Rwanda and the model village built for elderly survivors of the genocide, locally known as Inhwaza, located in Nyamata, Bugesera district. Shina Teta, RTV News.
And now, on behalf of the entire news production as well as the technical team, thank you for being with us on this edition of Rwanda Television News. Up until next time, stay safe and have a fruitful week ahead, plus a fruitful month ahead. Bye-bye.